What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Skiddy Marks, and you're back at Skiddy Marks Gaming the channel. I appreciate you for tuning in to another episode. And today we're going to be talking about the Sanlaki VR Gunstock. And it's a peripheral for your VR headsets, and it just makes it more realistic and puts more realism in your game if you're looking for that. It's a 3D printed gun stock, and it's really usable, and it's useful when it comes to playing VR games. Sanlaki made it, and we'll talk a little bit about the history behind Sanlaki and the things that they do. Now, Sanlaki is a small company. They make small peripherals and different things for VR gaming to make it more interactive and more real. Some of the products that they make are the ping pong adapters, a golf club adapter, something called the grip stock, the mini magnet stock, a pistol mod, and there's several other new things that they've introduced since that time period. Some of the games that this particular gun stock is playable for is Pavlov, Zero Caliber, Onward, and my favorite game, Contractors. Contractors just happens to be like the Call of Duty of shooters in VR right now. So I get a full enjoyment out of that game because I'm a Call of Duty guy, and Call of Duty in VR, you know, who wouldn't love that? At least nobody that I wouldn't know of. So if you haven't played Contractors in VR, look into it. With that being said, I paid $120.64 altogether. That was with shipping and handling. That was the gun stock. That was the strap. And that was also the warranty. That was $17.99. So if anything were to happen to any part on here, I would be able to get it replaced at no charge. It's fully covered, as long as I'm not abusing the program. I think they do a fantastic job of what their products are and displaying exactly how their products work. But for me in particular, I wanted to be able to show and give my opinion on, you know, this particular product and other products in the future, because I'm definitely going to be looking into some other things. With that being said, hopefully you enjoy this footage, and if you do, leave a comment down, tell me what you like about it, and if you don't, leave a comment down there and tell me what you don't like about it and what we can change. Like, share, subscribe, run, tell a friend, and we'll get right into this footage. Man, I'm telling you what, gun stocks in VR, game changer. Let's get right into the footage. And here you have it, ladies and gentlemen, the Sanlaki VR Gunstock. It's nice, aesthetically built. It looks really good just from the eye standpoint. Even though you won't be looking at it because you'll be in the VR headset, it still looks good overall. And it's well built. It has these clips that go onto the remote. It doesn't block any of the buttons. You can use everything easily. There's no problems. You can access all buttons. The light on the remote is not blocked, so the headset can pick up and detect the remote with no issues. It comes right out, just like it clips right in, pops right in, pops right out. You just squeeze with a little force and it just comes right out. So you squeeze with that same force and it pops right in. Whoever designed it, I mean, they just really thought about it. It was really well thought out. Like, again, no buttons are blocked. In no way, shape, or form is it even in a way. It adds a little weight to the remote because, of course, the magnet is on there, and that's what's making it stick to the actual metal, because metal is what they actually provide for you in the rifle itself as the stock. So yeah, as you can see, it's sticking right to it. You can take it off and, you know, reload and, you know, throw grenades, stuff. It has a great build to it. That's that 3M tape. I didn't peel mine off, but you can peel that white part off. It makes it more stickier. This is the actual magnet itself. It's very strong. They work very well. Even with the weaker one, it still works well. As you can see, this is a 3D build. You can see the L in there. It lets you know that that goes to the left controller. This one has the R in it. That lets you know it goes to the right controller, of course. But it's just, look at the 3D print. You couldn't just make no mistake at what it is when you're looking at it and how you're supposed to read it. You couldn't put these things in wrong if you're paying attention and you're looking at the instructions and what it's trying to tell you. And the important thing is ordering the right controller for you. Understanding that there's a left and right one is important, because if you're right-handed or left-handed, you would know what you need to know which one to order. And I'm right-handed, of course, I ordered a right-handed one. And this is me just linking them into the controller, and just showing you how easy it is. And you know, I'm going to put the right one in and just show you how you couldn't make a mistake, because that doesn't fit. The only way it fits is the correct way. and it just goes right in there and snaps right in there and snaps right out. You know, and it's just effective. The way they built it, the way the craftsmanship and the way they put the magnets in it are just fantastic. And here's the gun stock itself. That's a little wear and tear. I had this thing for about 6 months. That's just a little wear and tear on it. The paint kind of came off. That tip itself is apart. It screws on. You know, when you buy it, when you build it, you actually have to screw that part on. And this is me just kind of sliding the joystick up and down, just kind of showing you, you know, when I'm aiming. It's important because if I'm using the SMG, I pull it down. If I'm using a rifle, I pull it all the way up. It kind of just helps the realism. One thing about it, this part didn't line up. It's screwed all the way in, and I don't want to kind of screw it anymore because it's 3M printed. But overall, the look and the feel, the aesthetics of the rifle itself is just phenomenal. I thought that they did a fantastic job. They thought out everything, even down to the scope. Again, it's something that you probably won't be seeing because you're in VR, but just aesthetically, it's just a phenomenal thing to think about and just add to the rifle itself. I'm probably going to paint my rifle, you know, probably go over it and probably re-gloss it with something, customize it to my liking. But man, just the overall feel and the detail in it is just fantastic. And those are two separate pieces there, that S piece there and that short piece there. They come assembled. I'll show the video how it's assembled. That guy actually does it on his site. But yeah, these are two actual pieces. Look at that engraved SG there. It's just Sanlaki gun. That is just nice, man. It's just well done and thought out. On down to the clips and how they have the Velcro, so you can actually put the strap in there. Look at the details on the butt of the gun with the lines there. And then here is an actual strap itself. You don't have to buy the strap. I actually paid for the strap. And man, it is just really nice. The clip, the way it clips on. They have this same Velcro on the gun. And you want to be careful about how you put this strap on, because it can really be uncomfortable for you and make your gameplay kind of not as good. And I've learned to be real careful with how I put on the strap. Is very important. And how you put the strap on, and even how you turn the butt of the gun a little bit, that can make a difference. So be mindful of that. But yeah, overall I enjoyed it, and I thought it was a great product, something worth looking into and recommending to a friend. We'll get into some gameplay. Hopefully you enjoy some of that. I'll explain some things I got going on in there, but overall I appreciate you watching this footage. Let's get into some more.
I got one on the roof, one below the point. Grenade. Or smoke, actually.
Middle bathroom.
Where's the point, anyway?
The point is right there's one where it says moving. Okay, across the street from Barber. One Barber.
Ah, fuck.
First floor.
That's what you get for hiding up there, bitch.
One's on point. He dropped from the roof. Black Barber.
In the green building.
I picked up point.
Yeah, across the street.
Getting fired on.
Testing.
Getting fired on. Got somebody in on point.
He jumped from the roof of Charlie?
I sure did.
Ah, god damn it! Nice shot, Slow. What's coming up the front stairs, bottle shop? Big stairs.
Tackle field. Tackle field down. I'm down at the point.
Fuck.
Blue Dream is up there.
Got one below you. Who's ever on top of the roof?
On that roof.
Oh, I got him.
Roof across from Barber.
Ooh, pick on that. God damn it, man.
Point.
Yeah, one's on top, facing the point.
2 Dream is up there. 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 Slow motion's on point.
Got the one on point. I'm inside.
Coming up the stairs.
I'm hurt. I'm down. Grenade.
I'm on it.
Suicide bomber. One on point.
Grenade on me on point. Damn.
Some points down.
They knocked me out. One barbershop, one on top. On the roof.
Bottom bathroom.
One on soccer field. He's gone. Let's see.
Good job on point. I see ya.
Good effort. Valiant effort.
I was jumping
Valiant effort.
life to get on those buildings.
Facts.
I actually broke my fan light already by throwing it out.
Facts.
Tell her deal with it or she ain't getting married.
Facts.
Todd, you loud.
Don't be noticed. That word
Could be out whoring, but I'm on here scoring.
That's right. Where are the guys that don't cheat? Right here.
Facts.
Control. Playing Call of Duty VR.
Facts. You ain't spoke no lies, brother. Keep preaching on.
One time on point. He's in the arches.
Got one under the arch. In the church. Right there. Yep. You on him? Yep.
Archer's down.
Got him. One behind. Be careful. Good shit.
He's down. Speed captain, keep us off us. We got 2 on point.
3 on point. Next point.
Fucker. Oh, Trey.
One down below. Who was that? Impact?
Maybe.
To our right. Yeah,
One
he was to
time
our right.
climbing
Be
up tree.
careful. Yeah, be careful.
I'm just chucking.
One's at tree. 2 at tree. One's
Hit.
at porta potty. He's pushing he's down.
Dang.
Good power. Yes, sir. Good suppression.
Win.
Pushing P.
Main road's
See.
down.
I'm gonna get on it. I'm gonna sacrifice my body.
As well as you should.
Coming up the stairs. Watch your back. Oh, fuck.
We got one on church, one coming up our spawn from slums.
One on hole in the wall. He's coming behind you at point.
I got naded. One on point. One on point.
God damn it. One's on the other side by the tubes. Concrete
Lost
tubes
it.
over there.
Oh, man. Ah, one behind you.
I went behind him and domed 3 of them. Dude, sniping me? Fuck.
I'm pushing the point.
Yeah, me and Optimus are on point.
Bruh, I was trying to get ammo, bro. You saw I was down bad.
Fuck. Enter cabin.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Man.
Now that we've seen some gameplay, we're going to get into some pros and cons about the Sanlaki VR Gunstock. And we're just going to jump right off into the cons. And one of them being the strap itself. The strap is kind of, gets in the way, it's cumbersome. And it makes it difficult sometimes because if you let other people use it, they adjust it. You have to get back and readjust in the 3 points to line up on your body because the strap has 3 points of adjustment. And you have to make that to get back to your body type. Then also, it's just kind of uncomfortable if you don't have it on correctly. It can chafe against your neck. It can get caught on your shirt. Different things like that. It's not too big of a deal, but and it's not a deal breaker, but it's just something to keep in mind when you do get that. Is, you know, it's going to get in the way from time to time. What I found to do is to be able to find the optics on the stock, line the stock up and kind of hold it up, and then I can put the remote in there. Rifle is in the front, and I just hook that up, and then I'm lined up. But I've learned that over time. So what I suggest doing is, just before you even get into some live action VR and some actual games with some multiplayer, sitting down and practicing, you know, adjusting the controllers, putting them on, putting them off, using a rifle. Just, you know, get in tune with it, go against some bots and kind of see how you feel about it when you know, going back and forth, you know, switching things, flicking things, taking off the remotes, reconnecting them, lining the rifle up, and, you know, making sure your adjustments are correct. Another con for this is it's not compatible with all shooters. I wouldn't recommend this for like Population 1. That's more of a game where you gotta switch out, you know, different weapons on the fly, and some weapons are heavier than others, some perform different than others, some are pistols, and you can carry more amounts of those than you can in contractors. Contractors usually got a heavy, and then you got a light. On Population 1 you can have a bunch of heavies, a bunch of lights. It doesn't make sense if you're going back and switching out in between those guns. Another thing that is a con of it is it has great aesthetics, which is crazy. You would say, how is that a con? It has great aesthetics, you know, it looks good. The thing is, you know, it comes with the scope. The thing is, you won't be able to see that, you know, with the rifle. You know what I'm saying? It looks good, it has a great look to it, but it's not something that you see in VR. Again, not a deal breaker. It's more so something that's for video footage, and it just looks good in your hands, just overall with designs. If you look at some other rifles and some other stocks, they're not really aesthetically as pleasing as this one, in my opinion. So, you know, for me, it's great to have that, but you can't see it in VR. It just looks good, you know, kind of in the real world and video footage. It can be cumbersome. That's another con. If you're in VR, you don't see it actually, and sometimes it twists and turns in your hands. I know this sounds crazy. If you got this off and it's just hanging on to the barrel, the rifle itself will twist up and down sometimes, and you're trying to find where to, you know, click your grip onto, but you can't find it because it's twisted around. So you have to get a feel for that. Again, it's not a deal breaker, but it's just one of those things that you have to be mindful of. You can combat that by just going in and practicing on bots, and, you know, reloading and taking your grips off and reattaching them and different things like that. So it's worth practicing before you get into a live match. That was it for the cons. In my opinion, you know, there may be some things that I find later on, but for the most part, those are the main things that are cons to me. We'll jump right into the pros. The realism, the feel, and the immersion that you get is one of the top of the line. It just really makes you feel like you're holding a rifle. You line it up. It's very, very nice. It feels very, very good in your hands. Man, it just, to have it just makes the experience different, especially for games like Contractors. Another good pro is that you have the ability to move the joystick up and down the barrel. So if you want to, you know, have a tight feel for an SMG, you can do that. If you want to have the long feel for the rifle, you can do that. You just have to get used to shooting whatever weapon it is that you're shooting. So again, that's where you can go to practice and target ranges within the game itself. There is certain games that actually line up with stocks. They have the calibration for stocks. So I recommend going in and finding the calibration that you would like with your stock. It shows you a picture of your stock and how it's adjusting to your hands. It's something worth looking into. And, you know, again, that's one of those things that's kind of in that practice thing. So another pro would be easy customization and paint to make the rifle my own. I'm going to, you know, sit down and come up with a color scheme and put it on there and make it, you know, like my own, because I like to customize weapons. I got that kind of from the Rainbow Six Siege thing. I'm a Rainbow Six Siege fan, so, and I love the way that some of their weapon skins looks. So I might even just slap a weapon skin on here myself, maybe custom paint it, come up with a design myself. Another pro, the added strap keeps the rifle close. It keeps it on your hip at all times, so if you do happen to have to take both of your grips off, you can just, you know that the rifle is on your side, because it's going to fall right beside you however you wear the strap, and you just know it's with you at all times. It's not something you got to reach and pick up off the ground or look for, because again, you can't see it in VR, even though it's in the real world and it's really there close to you. You want to know exactly where it's at all times, so having that strap just makes that very convenient. Another pro the warranty of the product. The warranty is really great. It usually goes for $24.99. I think I got it on sale for $17.99, and they just replace any 3D printed parts or anything that doesn't line up, anything that breaks. As long as you're not abusing a program, you can send the item back. They'll do what they need to do and then send you another item back. Very good customer service, very good product, very good quality material. So I haven't had to have anything returned yet, but it's good to know that they do sell a protection plan. Another pro, they're always improving for mods, for overall comfort and feel. They add different things to add. Although they have the rifle itself, they may add a piece or something that makes it a little more comfortable, that stops something from jiggling, that stops a certain motion to keep you engaged within the game and the realism that the rifle brings. Sometimes you can get those items for free just so they can, have a test run and figure out, exactly what they need to do or what they need to change, and if it really works for the people that they're selling their products to. Sanlaki is they have a very useful site, useful tips on how to assemble their products and how to use them. They're very innovative. They have they're originals, but there are plenty of knockoffs. Be careful about that. Don't just go off and, buy a rifle thinking it's a Sanlaki just because it looks the same. If I were you, I would go directly to the Sanlaki site and, get it directly from the source versus, trying to go through a third party, because they do sell direct to consumer. So, that would be my suggestion to you, to just kind of steer away from the knockoffs if you really want the brand. I'm not saying that all brands are knocking off Sanlaki, but there are some knockoffs, and if you're going to spend the money, you can just spend it at Sanlaki. Again, the price is $79.99 for just the gun stock, $89.99 with the strap, $17.99 with the protection plan. So if you add all that up, you get your total cost a little over $100, but it's a quality product, and it's something that I've enjoyed over the past few months. It hasn't broken or anything like that, and aesthetically it's just pleasing to play and have people watching me, and I stream it on the screen and they can see me kind of in real time with a rifle. It just makes it all the more that better. So if you've learned anything and you might be thinking about getting a Sanlaki VR Gunstock, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. And I know this kind of rambled on and went on, but I just kind of wanted to make sure I get all the fine details and grinded everything out so I can give a fair review finally on the Sanlaki Gunstock VR. And for me, I gotta say it's an 8.5 out of 10. It's a great product, something I would recommend to a friend, something I would buy as a gift for someone that has a VR headset. With that being said, I appreciate y'all for tuning in to this Skiddy Morks video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hey, it's your boy Skidro, and we out.